I remember my sister bursting in. I had a little setup in my wardrobe. It was just so miserable and so consistent that it was the only way out.
Kia ora, I'm Millie Kerr and welcome to the third series of Treading Water, where I speak to a range of different people about their mental health journeys. Today, I'm speaking with Mitch James.
Life was relatively normal, I'd say, probably up until around 14, 15, and things started to spiral a little bit with my mental health, and that's, I guess, sort of how my whole journey started. I wasn't really the most popular of kids, and so it sort of just felt like shit. Like, I was like, man, if this is what life is like, I'm not sure I want to partake in this. Especially when you go home and things at home aren't the best as well. I had absolutely no idea that this was like a mental health thing or a mental illness thing. I just thought life sucks, and there wasn't many things that made me happy, and that's when I guess it started to spiral quite hard. In our household, we didn't really know how to control our emotions, and so I felt very misunderstood as a kid, and so my natural reaction as a young boy was to rebel. I couldn't talk to my parents or my family about anything, and so all I could do was release through drinking or smoking.
At 15, 16, when you were suicidal, looking back, do you think you're thinking there's so much pain and that's the only way to escape it?
Yeah, it was just so miserable and so consistent, and there was no bright spot at any stage that I genuinely felt like this was the only way out, because everywhere I looked was misery. My mum and dad tried to help, and I remember being put in the public system, and it felt extremely sterile. It also just felt like, take these pills and everything will be fine.
Did you then use music as an outlet?
Yeah, music was my number one outlet. It was like my only outlet, and it was quite interesting because at the time, like, it was an incredibly personal thing. Like, I would not let anyone hear me sing. Just like the essence of music and the escape of it that really helped me just find something that was worth clinging to and find some joy in it. There's just it's a complete transportation to a different world for me. And I'm sure listening to music can do that for people as well, but being able to play it and sing and put my soul into it, it helps me realize that God has like a bigger purpose for me, and that I'm so grateful and so lucky to have this gift. I was with Sony New Zealand for my first record deal, and they were amazing and took me off the ground. And so going into COVID, nothing had been better. Like, I had a song for the first time that went into the top 40. I had an album that had just gone platinum, and everything was flying. And so I got the last flight into Australia before they closed their borders, and it was honestly when things started going real downhill, was from that moment on. I got there and I was immediately abandoned by everyone who said they were going to look after me. I think it was about 9 months where I barely saw anyone. When you've had the flying high results and then they start falling down, once your self-worth's attached to that, naturally my self-worth came down with it. I just felt everything had gone from my dream to back to where I was when I was 15, 16. I just remember feeling like I had to find my own way out, and that for me was through reaching out to friends and putting yourself in uncomfortable situations to challenge yourself.
One of your latest songs, Bird in a Hurricane,
Mm-hmm.
would those lyrics have related to your mental health journey too, in terms of how you felt?
Yeah, it's about feeling helpless. There's no magic fix that you can just like flick a switch and, oh, I'm fine. It's about showing someone that you can be there for them unconditionally through anything, and there's nothing they could say, there's nothing that could do that would make you love them less. When you're going through it, you feel like no one loves you and that no one cares, and that's such like a overwhelming feeling that it's probably the one thing that everyone has in common when they're feeling depressed is like, this is pointless, no one loves me, I'm alone. And it's so important on both sides to know that you're not. It kills me to know how many people are going through that and struggling with that every day. And I think that's why like what we're doing is so important, because people who have succeeded in our respective fields, like we need to let people know that we all have that voice that might start off as, oh, like you're pretty useless, like, oh, I wonder what it would be like if I died. And then it can spiral into this big monster. The reality of being a touring musician is loneliness, really. Like I was on what essentially was an 18-month world tour, and you get up at 4:30 a.m. For the lobby call, you go to the airport, you fly to the next place, you do your sound check, you play the gig, you get a 4-hour sleep, and then you keep doing it over and over. And if you don't love it and you don't feel that connection with the people that go to your show, it'll be the most lonely thing you'll ever do.
What's the best therapy, best medicine for you?
It's exercise. I find when I'm running the best, I wake up in the morning and of course I don't want to go for a run, but when I've finished it I feel great, and then I'll take a little break and then I'll go to the gym and lift some weights, and once that's done and out of my day, I feel like I've set the foundation to be ready for the day. But I still go through this like all the time, and it's scary because like I'll wake up with that feeling in my stomach and I'll be like, oh, hang on, like what? Like there's something not going right here. But to be able to put those things in place is so important, because I know now that I'm going to get depressed and I'm going to have suicidal thoughts.
What would you tell a young kid that was having the same thoughts and feelings?
I think firstly I would say it's okay. Like it's okay to feel this way. It's that there's more to life than school, and there's more to life than what your surroundings are, and it's so hard to see it when you're younger because it's literally all you know. And I think the most important thing that I would say is keep dreaming and keep going. I think what youngsters don't realize is that nothing is impossible. It's not like if you really have something, you focus on it truly, you can and you will do it. I just want to leave the world a better place than what I found it, and know that I've had a positive effect on the world. And if I could talk to my 15-year-old self, he just flat out wouldn't believe it. Yeah, hope is everything. If you focus on your purpose and your dream, and you hang on to that hope, there's really nothing that can stop you, eh?